We have confirmation from UEFA that the UK and Ireland will be hosting the 2028 European Championship. The UEFA Executive Committee has just been meeting and there was no rival for this bid after the only challenger switched instead to Euro 2032. So we also have confirmation that the 2032 men's Euros will be in Italy and Turkey. So encouraging news for football in the UK and Ireland with the European Championship coming to the country in 2028. The Women's Euros were in England last year, and of course a lot of the games at the Men's Euros in 2021, which was held across Europe, were held at Wembley. Of course, that raised issues over security with the fan disorder seen at Wembley when England lost to Italy in the final. The FA are confident they have put renewed security and safety measures in place, or will have done so by 2028, when Wembley will host the European Championship final again. Of course, this is a boost to those countries that have never held a major international football tournament before. Wales, Northern Ireland and Ireland, who will also be getting games each. Scotland had games at that Pan-Euros in 2021, and it will be a moment for the country to be able to celebrate football again. There are some issues in Northern Ireland over the renovation of the stadium there that could be used for matches, and in terms of the stadiums across England, we see Wembley, that will be the centrepiece of the tournament with the semi-finals and the final. Tottenham's newish stadium in North London, that will also be used, as well as the Etihad Stadium in Manchester. No Old Trafford over issues with its ageing facilities. Everton's new stadium, that's yet to be built, so that is one sort of challenge for the organisers as well, amongst the various options for the stadiums that are being used for this tournament. So the delegation is there today from all the home nations as well as Ireland as well, and they're just in a ceremony at the moment where they've received the news that the men's Euros in 2028 will be coming to England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland and Ireland.
Rob, were there any comments from UEFA about the situation in Israel and Gaza?
Well, we've not heard anything yet, and in fact it has been something that's been striking. Now, at the weekend, UEFA did announce the suspension of all matches in Israel over the next couple of weeks at senior level and at youth levels as well. But notably in their statement, there was no expression of solidarity, no reference at all to anyone who's died in the conflict, and particularly when there have been figures from football killed in those Hamas attacks on Israeli territory in recent days. One former player from Hapoel Tel Aviv caught up, that club in particular issuing a feed referencing how many fans have been killed. But from UEFA, no announcement of a minute's silence this week at the Men's European Championship qualifiers. In contrast, it's been noted to recent weeks when they have held a minute's silence to mark the victims of flooding in Morocco and Libya. And of course, Israel is a UEFA member association. So at the moment, quite a focus on football's silent response, really, to the attacks and the atrocities over the weekend. The Premier League is yet to say anything. They haven't sort of displayed any solidarity with the victims as they've done for conflicts like in Ukraine. We haven't seen the Wembley Arch lit up in the colours of the Israeli flag, as we have seen other buildings, as Wembley has done in the past with the Ukrainian flag as well. And for some, it might seem it's removed from football, this, and football perhaps avoiding such complex geopolitical issues. But football itself, particularly FIFA, has in very recent times tried to paint itself has been able to almost find a resolution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and attending various highly politicised events. But certainly at the moment, nothing from UEFA, FIFA or indeed the Premier League. There was something notable from Celtic last night. They did condemn their own fans for their pro-Palestinian banners at a weekend game, which talked about sort of freedom for Palestinians. That was the Celtic fans' response within hours of those attacks being launched by Hamas on Israeli territory on Saturday. Celtic saying there was no place for those at their match, but we do wait to hear any response from football more widely.